So let's look at the concept of dynamic tension training today. This is sort of in a way, kind of like a primitive form of weight training or resistance training. But I think it's really cool because it teaches you to create tension in your body and throughout your body. Often, if you're doing something athletic or something in the martial arts, it requires you to exert some force with one part of your body. That is going to be really ineffective unless you can generate a lot of tension in other parts of your body that would support that, right? So, for example, like I was bench pressing today. I had a lifting workout. I was bench pressing. And if you don't know a lot about that, it looks like, well, that's just an exercise where your arms do stuff, right? And it's about your chest or your shoulders or whatever. And it's sort of true. Like that's where the action is. But there is tension developed on the floor, through the feet. Your butt is tight, your lower back, your abs, your lats. You know, you have to be able to support this motion with tension in other parts of your body. And you can learn that through this kind of training that we call dynamic tension training. It's pretty hard. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do it. It usually is done inside of a form. Some forms even have dynamic tension specified in them. I remember learning Daliang Yichang, which is a form that Grandmaster Sal made up that has dynamic tension in it. But you can really do it with any form. So let me just show you the idea. So I'm in my ready stance, and we can start in the ready stance. And what we're going to do is start at the bottoms of our feet, because that's where we always start when we correct. And we're just going to make sure that literally everything we can tighten at once becomes tight. So from our feet to the hair on the top of your head, everything is tight at one time. Okay, so let's start with that. So I'm going to tighten up, and you guys do this with me. So we're going to tighten up our toes on the ground, grab. Master Slay used to say, grab the floor with your feet. Screw your feet into the ground like your feet are doing this, and they're also like twisting out at the same time to create that tension in your feet and in your ankles. And now get your butt really tight, right? Squeeze in there, and that'll help you to tighten up in the front of your legs as well. Tighten up your abs. Tighten your arms. Squeeze your fists as tight as you can. Get some good tension in your jaw, all the way up, and everything is tight. Now, you notice just doing that kind of takes a lot out of you. That's tough, right? Well, what I want you to do is to do form one with me. And as we start to move, only relax enough. You can relax for now. You're going to be able to hold that forever. But only relax enough so that you can move, right? Because in order to move, you have to be relaxed to move. Like by definition, if you were completely tight everywhere, that would be like you're seized up, right? Like literally, and then you would not be able to move at all. So you have to be able to relax to move. So what we're going to do is relax just enough to begin to move in slow motion, and you'll see this effect that our arms and our parts of our body might be shaking a little bit as we go through this. And it's not that we're taking our arms and going and like shaking them on purpose. It's just that we're only relaxed enough so that a very slight amount of movement can take place, and you have this sort of isometric sort of contraction as you go back. Okay, so we're here, and get that tension again from the toes, through the butt, through the legs, through the belly, the arms, jaw, and start to move, stepping back. Now get that tension back everywhere, toes, jaw, belly tight, butt tight, tuck your hips under, and we go to the next move, but I'm just relaxing enough to move through. Cool. So to do an entire form with dynamic tension is and you do one side with tension and then the other side with a little relaxed snap in it. And then, you know, maybe you go the forward with tension, the back with snap, and then you kind of reverse it on the ends. And then you go through the form another time and you would reverse, you know, tight, loose, and you know, the awareness of being tight should lead also to a good awareness of your ability to be loose at the right times. Controlling when you develop tension in your body and when you let it go, because that has a lot to do with speed. You know, kind of firing one thing, relaxing everything else, tightening up right at the end so you can deliver that power into your target. Let's do what I just described with that form, and we're going to continue through together. So we've got the dynamic tension we got to here. Let's keep going. So we're tight, tension, slow, finish that guard high. Now tighten up your butt, tighten up your feet, step back, tension, butt, feet, belly, jaw. There are some key points. Now I'm thinking feet, butt, belly, jaw, arms. Slow on the punch, deliver that tension. Okay, now we're going to just kind of whip our moves into place. And high, and whoosh, and whoosh. Good, now down the middle, let's do our tension. Ready? Tight, guard, tight. Also a good time to work on twisting, right? When everything's going slow. Twist at the end, and okay, let's go back to loose as we turn, middle, punch, up, kick, squash, guard, now tension on the other side, tension, punch, up on one leg, tight, grab the floor, slow kick, tension, elbow, and guard. Okay, we're loose in the middle. Ready, go. Whip that block into place. Whip. Be relaxed. And now we're back to tension again. Ready? Oh, we got low guard. High, tight, feet. Come on, I challenge you. Find something that's loose. Tighten it up. Other side. Whip it. Guard. Check. Punch. Return. And rest. Okay. Now that you get it, I want you to go ahead and go through that one more time to finish your workout. Do it on the other side of the body. So you're going to start with whipping. You're going to, when you change direction, tension, relax, and explosive. All right. So that's dynamic tension training. If you didn't have your weights around, you build a little muscle, learn how to generate that power in your body. All right. Good job, everybody.